chosen one. Stop. January 16 could be the day God flips something you thought would never move. I need 10 seconds. That's it. 10 seconds before you scroll past the one message heaven sent to find you today. Not tomorrow. Today. Because God doesn't work on your calendar, He works on appointments. And if you've been carrying that quiet fear, the one you don't even say out loud, the one that wakes you up at 3 a.m. when the house is silent and your heart is loud, this message is for you. My name is Pastor Michael. I've been preaching for 50 years, and I've never seen heaven move like this in January. Not because January has magic. Listen to me. Because God has appointments, and yours just opened. But here's what you need to know right now. If you leave, if you scroll, if you ignore this pull in your chest, you will miss the sign. The one heaven is trying to hand you before the door closes. I'm not talking about motivation. I'm talking about direction. In the next few minutes, I'm going to give you 3 signs that God is moving in your life right now. 1 is physical. 1 is emotional. 1 is so practical you've been calling it bad luck, when it's actually God redirecting your path. And if you miss the 3rd one, you'll keep walking in circles, my child, wondering why nothing changes. But it's not that nothing's changing. It's that you're not seeing what heaven is doing. So I need you to do something for me right now. Type Amen in the comments if you're staying to the end. Because you and I, we're not just watching a video. We're going to pray with authority, not anxiety. Authority. And hit that subscribe button if you want messages that don't just excite you for 5 minutes. Messages that steady you. Messages that find you when you're tired, when you're doubting, when you feel forgotten. Because here's the truth, beloved. God hasn't forgotten your name. He's been saying it in heaven. And January 16, that's not a random date. That's a divine appointment. Now, stay with me. Don't move. Don't scroll. Your life is about to make sense in a way it hasn't in years. I know what you've been carrying, and I don't mean the grocery bags. I mean the weight, the one that sits on your chest when you wake up, the one that makes you wonder if God can still see you. Some of you are tired in your bones, not the kind of tired a nap fixes. The kind where your body whispers, I used to do more than this. You've buried people you loved, parents, spouses, friends who knew your whole story. And now, you're walking through a world that moves too fast, talks too loud, and doesn't wait for grief. Your social security doesn't stretch like it used to. The bills come faster than the checks. And you find yourself doing math in your head at the grocery store, putting things back, choosing between medicine and meals. And here's the part that breaks my heart, beloved. You smile in public. You say you're fine when someone asks. But at night you stare at the ceiling, and you wonder if this is all there is. If you're invisible now, if your best years are locked behind you, and God forgot to leave the door open for what's next. Let me tell you something, my child. Heaven sees you, not the version you show the cashier, not the brave face you wear at church. Heaven sees the 3 A.M. You, the one who's afraid to be a burden, the one who whispers prayers so small you're not even sure they count. It's like you've been standing in a hospital hallway, waiting for a doctor to come out with news. Any news, good or bad, you just want to know, but the door stays closed, and the waiting becomes its own kind of suffering. Now, listen closely. The enemy loves to weaponize waiting. He whispers, see, nothing's happening. God moved on. But that's a lie, straight from hell, because God uses waiting like a furnace, not to burn you up, beloved, to burn the lies off you. Every false promise, every person who said they'd stay and didn't, every dream that died in your hands. God's been letting it burn away, so that what's left is pure. What's left is you, the real you, the chosen you. And here's what the enemy doesn't want you to know. January 16 isn't random. It's the day the waiting shifts, not because the calendar says so, but because heaven says so. Stay with me, because in a moment, I'm going to show you the 2nd sign, the one you've been feeling but couldn't name. But first, I need you to do something. Drop your city or state in the comments right now. I want people to know they're not alone. Not in Kansas, not in Queens, not in Tampa or Detroit or wherever you are tonight, feeling forgotten, type it. Let someone else see your name and know God's still working, even in the waiting, especially in the waiting. Now don't move, because what I'm about to tell you next will make your spirit stand up inside your body. Listen to me, my child. God is a God of appointments, not accidents, not coincidences. Appointments. The Bible says it clear as day. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under heaven. That's Ecclesiastes. That's not poetry, that's promise. God doesn't show up late. He shows up exact. And some of you have been waiting so long you stopped believing He remembers your address. But He does. He's been watching the clock the whole time. Let me tell you something about divine timing that nobody talks about. Some doors don't open because you're unworthy. They don't open because God is protecting you from walking into something too soon. You ever try to open a subway door before the train stops? You can yank all you want. You can pull with both hands. That door will not budge. But when it's time, one smooth motion. It slides open like butter. That's how God works. And right now, listen, right now, you're standing on the platform and the train is slowing down. You feel it, don't you? That shift in your chest, that restlessness you can't explain. That's not anxiety, beloved. That's anticipation. Heaven is preparing to open something you've been pounding on for months, maybe years. The prophet Habakkuk said, "Though it tarry, wait for it. It will surely come." Surely. Not maybe. Not if you're lucky. Surely. God's been holding that door closed because He's been working on you and the situation at the same time. And you needed to be ready. Not just willing. Ready. There's a difference. Willing means you want it. Ready means you can carry it. And my child, you're about to carry something big. But here's what I need you to understand. There's a difference between divine delay and enemy delay. Divine delay is God saying, "Not yet, but soon." Enemy delay is the devil saying, "Not ever." And once you see the difference, you'll stop blaming yourself. You'll stop thinking you missed it. You'll stop wondering if God changed His mind. Because He didn't. Isaiah 43 says, "When you pass through the waters, I will be with you." Not if. When. God already knew you'd be here. Tired. Doubting. Wondering if you heard Him wrong. But you didn't. You heard Him right. And January 16 is not superstition, it's synchronization. It's the day heaven and earth line up for a moment, so clear, you won't be able to miss it. Now I'm going to tell you something that might make you uncomfortable. God's been teaching you to be still, not passive. Still. Psalm 46. Be still and know that I am God. Stillness is not weakness, my child. Stillness is release. It's unclenching your fist. It's letting go of the wheel for 1 second so God can steer. And that thing you've been gripping so tight? The relationship, the money, the outcome. God's saying, let me carry it. Just for this season. Just till January 16. Because what's about to open requires your hands to be empty. And in the next section, I'm going to show you exactly what heaven's been protecting you from and why the delay was actually mercy. Stay with me. Don't scroll. We're not done yet. Listen to me carefully, my child, because what I'm about to tell you will change how you see the last 6 months of your life. You've been asking God, why is everything taking so long? You've been wondering if you did something wrong, if you missed your turn, if heaven forgot about you. But here's what you need to understand. Not every delay is the same. Some delays are divine. Some delays are demonic. And if you don't know the difference, you'll fight the wrong battle. So let me show you the marks. When God delays you, when heaven holds you back for a season, here's what it feels like. Peace under pressure. You don't understand why the door closed, but you're not panicking. You're preparing. Quietly. Your mind is getting clearer, not cloudier. And that closed door, it starts to feel like protection. Like God locked it from the inside so something dangerous couldn't get in. That's a divine delay, beloved. It feels like a seatbelt. But when the enemy delays you, when darkness tries to steal your momentum, the marks are different. Confusion, heaviness, brain fog so thick you can't think straight. You try to do the right thing, and suddenly you're exhausted. You're about to make progress, and a storm of distraction hits out of nowhere. Shame spirals. Voices telling you you're not enough. You never were. You never will be. That's not God, my child. That's a bag over your head. And some of you have been walking around for months, thinking the bag was from heaven, thinking God was punishing you. But listen, God's delay feels like a seatbelt. The enemy's delay feels like suffocation. And here's the moment that's going to break something open inside you. Some of you thought you were falling apart, but you were actually being rerouted. You thought you were losing your mind, but God was renewing it. You thought the confusion meant you were weak, but it meant you were under attack because you're about to step into something the enemy doesn't want you to have. If that just hit you, if something inside you just clicked, type this in the comments right now. I receive clarity. Say it out loud if you have to. Because clarity is not something you beg for, beloved. It's something you claim. And share this message with one person. One person who's been walking in a fog. One person who thinks they're going crazy. Because what you just heard, they need to hear it too. Now, here's the part people get wrong. What you've been calling weakness might actually be God's warning system. That exhaustion you feel around certain people, that's not you being judgmental. That's discernment. That sinking feeling when you're about to say yes to the wrong thing, that's not fear. That's the Holy Spirit saying, not that door. Your body knows before your mind does, my child. And if you've been ignoring it, calling it anxiety, calling it overthinking, you've been ignoring heaven's alarm, but not anymore. Because January 16 is the day you stop apologizing for what your spirit already knows. Stay with me. Don't move. Because what I'm about to tell you next will show you exactly what God is protecting you from. You feel it, don't you? That tightness in your chest. Not all the time, but sometimes right before something shifts. Right before a decision. Right before you open a message you've been avoiding. My beloved child, I need to tell you something important. If you have medical symptoms, real physical pain, you take care of your body. God works through wisdom too. Go to the doctor. Take your medicine. Don't ignore what needs attention. But spiritually, sometimes that heaviness isn't your heart failing. It's your spirit saying, pay attention. It's like a smoke detector. It doesn't hate you. It loves you. It's loud because it's trying to save you. And right now, chosen one, your spirit is sounding an alarm. Not because something bad is coming, but because something holy is interrupting your normal. You've been moving through your days on autopilot. Wake up, coffee, bills, worry, sleep, repeat. And somewhere in the back of your mind, you've been carrying this question you won't say out loud. Is this it? Is this all there is? But that pressure in your chest, that's not despair, my child. That's holy interruption. That's heaven saying, stop, turn here, look up. Because God doesn't whisper when you're distracted. He presses, He interrupts. He makes you feel something so you'll finally pay attention. I've seen this for 50 years. People come to me and they say, Pastor, I don't know why I'm anxious. I don't know why I can't sleep. I don't know why I feel this pull. And I tell them what I'm telling you now. Sometimes anxiety isn't mental illness. Sometimes it's spiritual awareness. Your soul knows something your mind hasn't caught up to yet. Your soul knows heaven is moving. Your soul knows a door is about to open. Your soul knows you're standing at a crossroads. And that tightness, that's the weight of a decision that matters. Not every day matters equally, beloved. Some days are just Tuesdays. But some days are doors. And January 16 is a door. Now I want you to do something right now. If you feel that tightness, if you feel that pull, if you feel that holy interruption pressing on your spirit, type in the comments, my spirit is awake. Say it out loud, because when you name it, you honor it. And when you honor it, heaven moves. Don't ignore what your soul is trying to tell you. Don't scroll past this moment, because I promised you 3 signs that God is moving in your life right now. And the first sign, you just felt it. That pressure, that pull, that tightness in your chest that made you stop scrolling and listen to an old preacher talk about January 16. That wasn't random, my child. That was God. Now stay with me. Because the second sign is emotional. And when I tell you what it is, you're going to realize you've been living in it for weeks. Don't move. Listen to me carefully, my child. I'm about to show you 3 signs that God is moving in your life right now. Not next month. Not when you feel ready. Right now. And if you've been wondering why everything feels different lately, why the air feels thicker, why your sleep has changed, why certain people suddenly irritate you in ways they didn't before, it's because heaven is rearranging the furniture. And you're feeling it before you're seeing it. Sign number 1. Unusual peace in a place you used to panic. Now listen. This isn't the peace that comes from denial. This isn't you pretending everything's fine when it's falling apart. This is something else. You're in a situation that 3 months ago would have sent you into a spiral. Maybe it's a bill you can't pay. Maybe it's a conversation you've been dreading. Maybe it's that diagnosis you're waiting on. And instead of the usual knot in your stomach, you're calm. And it surprises you. You almost don't trust it. You think, why am I not panicking? What's wrong with me? Nothing's wrong with you, beloved. God is steadying you before He moves you. That peace? That's not weakness. That's preparation. Sign number 2. Exposure of truth without you forcing it. My child, have you noticed how lately people are showing you who they really are? You're not digging. You're not investigating. You're not playing detective. But conversations are revealing motives. Masks are slipping. Someone says something casual and suddenly you see the whole picture. A friend mentions something they forgot to tell you 6 months ago, and now you understand why that door closed. A family member gets defensive about something small, and their real anger comes pouring out. You didn't cause this. Heaven did, because God will not let you build your next season on lies. He's clearing the stage, my beloved. He's removing the actors who were only pretending to care. And I know it hurts. I know you wanted to believe they loved you the way you loved them. But would you rather find out now or 5 years from now, when you've given them everything? God is protecting you by exposing them. Sign number 3. A door shakes. Now hear me on this one, chosen one, because this is where most people miss it. A locked door doesn't swing open first. It rattles. That rattle is God saying, I'm here. So what does the rattle look like? It's a call you didn't expect from someone you haven't heard from in years. It's a letter, an email, an opportunity that showed up in your inbox on a random Tuesday. It's money provision in a small seed form, not the full harvest yet, but enough to remind you that heaven sees your need. It's a new idea that won't leave you alone, something you keep thinking about when you're washing dishes, when you're lying in bed, when you're driving. You keep dismissing it. You keep saying, that's not realistic. I'm too old. I don't have the resources. But it won't leave. That's not obsession, my child. That's direction. God is planting a seed in your spirit, and if you water it with one small obedient step, just one, He will grow it into something you couldn't have planned if you tried. Now here's the critical part. If January 16 is your rattle, if this is the day the door starts shaking, what do? You don't sprint in panic. You don't freeze in fear. You do one obedient step, not 10. 1. So type it right now in the comments. 1 step. Because God is not asking you to have the whole plan. He's asking you to take the next step. And beloved, when you do, the door won't just rattle. It will open. You've been asking God the same question for so long, haven't you? Do you see me? Every morning when you wake up tired, every night when you go to bed alone, every time the bills come and the money doesn't, every time the phone doesn't ring. God, do you see me? My beloved child, let me tell you something that's going to change everything. January 16 could be the day you stop asking that question. Not because God finally decides to answer, but because you finally hear what He's been saying all along. Listen to me. You are not forgotten. Say it with me. I am not forgotten. You are not late. You are not disqualified because your hair is gray and your hands shake and your knees don't bend like they used to. Moses was 80 when God called him to lead a nation. Abraham was 100 when he held his miracle. Sarah laughed at the promise, then she nursed the impossible. Age is not your disqualification, chosen one. It's your credibility, because only someone who's been through the fire knows what fire feels like. Only someone who's walked through the valley knows how to guide others out. You think you're too old? God says you're finally ready. Some of you are winter trees right now. Bare branches, cold wind, looks dead on the outside. But listen underground, where no one can see. Your roots are thickening, deepening, getting ready to hold the weight of spring. And spring is coming, my child. Not someday. Soon. I need you to do something with me right now. Take a breath. Deep breath. Shoulders down. Put your hand over your chest. This is not superstition. This is presence. And whisper out loud if you can, in your heart if you can't. Lord, I'm here. That's it. Just 3 words. Lord, I'm here. Because January 16 could be the day you stop begging God to show up, and you start showing up for what God's already prepared. You've been waiting for a sign. The sign is this pull in your chest right now. The sign is the fact that you didn't scroll. The sign is that something in you said, stay. That wasn't you. That was heaven, calling you by name. And here's what I know about you, beloved. You've been ready in secret, ready to forgive, ready to let go, ready to step into something new even though you're scared. You just needed someone to tell you it's time. So I'm telling you, it's time. Not next year. Not when you feel better. Not when you have more money or more energy or more proof. Now, today, January 16 could be the day everything shifts. But you have to shift first. From asking to declaring. From begging to believing. From God, where are you? To God, I will follow you. Type these 3 words in the comments right now. I am ready. Not I hope. Not maybe. I am ready. And share this with someone who's been ready in secret too. Because they need to hear this just as much as you did. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. And January 16? That's not just another day. That's your day.